We Outside Podcast, one of a kind podcast here in the Bay Area and beyond. Today, I got a special guest with me, guys. Someone that means very dear to me, someone that's been with me from the highs to my very lows. An entertainer, a father, an entrepreneur, an actor. I don't know what this man doesn't do, goddamn. Like,
We don't rat.
that's one thing for sure. I'd like to introduce you guys to Gunna Goes Global, San Francisco Filmo legend up in the house, man.
We here, man. It's a pleasure to be here, man. Mario, yo. You dig? We've been going viral since before it was trendy. You understand me?
Yeah. Man, like you said, you've never been to this spot before, bro. We're currently at China Beach outside in San Francisco, and we were currently talking about how people in San Francisco don't really get to see these types of things out here. You feel me? And can you like kind of just go deeper into that?
Definitely. When you look at the city,
Go ahead,
when you
talk.
look at the city in general, we are confined to our own environments, so we don't really realize how beautiful the city and county of San Francisco is. I've been here my whole life, and this is the first time I've been here. But as I mature, I definitely am exploring the city, I would say, putting paint where it ain't, for real, because people come from all over the world to be in the city.
Yeah, man. And that's one thing I've definitely noticed is like people in the Mission, Hunters Point, things like that. They don't really go to the beach. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people. I know they have their own they got their water spots over there in the point. You know what I mean? But it's different.
It's a luxury.
Uh-huh.
When you look at the beauty of San Francisco, to even be to know what's going on is a luxury. When you look around us right now, and I'm pretty sure you're not gonna see anybody who come from the neighborhood. Why? Because if you come from the Mission, you come from the Mo, you come from the Excelsior, Sunnydale, Lakeview, it's a high probability if you look like you and I, man, you focus on survival.
Mm-hmm.
You focus on survival. You're not focused on luxury and tanning and just enjoying the water.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful ambiance, a beautiful experience, but very seldom do we have time to explore this shit.
Yeah, man. Personally, I've seen so much like growth with you and what you got going on, man, and just like your life in general, bro. This recent album you dropped,
Therapy in the Ghetto.
Therapy in the Ghetto, man. It's really touching in a way, man. It's really like you can feel it in your soul.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it, like from hearing you over the record and everything, man. Touch a little bit about the record and like, man, where you going with it? Like, if you guys haven't seen it, like he dropped a music video. It's already on BET, man.
For sure. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that,
you
man.
understand me? Shout out to BET Jams, you dig?
Yeah, man.
The record Therapy in the Ghetto is organic. With the growth, I feel like the longer you live, and especially if you mature, wisdom doesn't come with age, but if you do get to, I feel like, bask or bathe in your wisdom, you're going to add that versatility. Because we got the streets, right? But with the highs come the lows. In the beginning of the conversation, that's what you talked about. You're like, hey, Gunna, you done seen some high points, you done seen some low points. And with Therapy in the Ghetto, it's just acknowledging that, every day ain't happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's acknowledging that, we go through depression. Acknowledging that some of us have PTSD. Acknowledging that some women is dealing with postpartum. Some people are dealing with things that aren't so pretty and aren't so glittery. So Therapy in the Ghetto was an opportunity for me to be able to connect with people on a deeper level and transcend beyond like any demographic. And that's what it's been doing so far, opening doors that, like yesterday, I was at a venture capital event.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm there because one of the main VCs liked the project. Happened to meet with him at the Ferry Building, and then he invited me 2-3 hours later to that event. So Therapy in the Ghetto is definitely transcending beyond the ghetto, and I look at it as a trend. I look at it as a staple project. It's the project that the world's gonna get to know me on.
Mm-hmm. I definitely see it like that, man. And I could see, because people go through a lot of traumatizing stuff, especially in the ghetto and different parts of the world, any ghetto, man, because there's
for sure.
ghettos all over the world.
Shout out to Messi Marv. He said the world's a ghetto.
The world's a ghetto, man. And it's unfortunate, like there's not enough resources, or, you know, that people can't get that therapy. You know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of people do lean to music for therapy. You know, like, you know, I feel like in a sense, like kind of like Pac almost started that whole like therapy music type thing for the ghetto. You know, and it evolved to what it is now. How do you feel about all that?
Tupac is at the top of the list with me. Tupac and DMX inspired a lot of the music that I make. Whenever I go deeper, you know, beneath the surface, I always think of Tupac, I always think of DMX, because that's what they did with their music. When you listen to a song like Slip and Fall and Can't Get Up by DMX, it was him letting you know, like, he had already went platinum, but I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up. When you listen to Tupac, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug, and when you listen to Tupac Shed So Many Tears, he was already successful when these records dropped. Yet and still, he letting you know, hey, I'm dealing with shit. I'm dealing with real life shit. And that's the vulnerability that you don't hear a lot in records these days, even though the songs are being recorded. A lot of artists just don't feel comfortable. They don't know how it's going to be received. They don't know if, hey, man, if I'm letting you know today ain't my best day, will you still look at me the same? Because social media has created this persona that everybody is perfect. Like, you'll take 100 pictures, you're going to post the best two.
Yeah.
You'll make 1,000 videos, you're going to post the best one.
Yeah.
But in all actuality, those flaws are what got you to that one video or one picture. You know what I'm saying? Those lows, before you get up, you're at the bottom.
Yeah.
And too often in social media, we just don't share that. So with Pac mastered that. Pac's biggest records, outside of the diss songs and stuff, is Dear Mama.
Dear Mama.
You know what I'm saying?
Not many
Keep
people
your
rap
head
about
up.
their mama. Yeah, keep your head up.
Brenda's Got a Baby. I can go on and on and on and on. So, yeah, Pac is a huge influence in my life, huge influence in my music, and I plan to carry the torch in that manner. Like, this would be my me against the world. Therapy in the Ghetto is my me against the world for sure.
That's fire, bro. That's fire. I definitely get that vibe from it, man. Definitely one of your most deepest albums
Hands down.
you've ever. How long did it take you to put that together?
Not long. To actually record the songs, some songs are new, meaning like they was recorded this year. Some songs were recorded in 2019. You know what I'm saying? But I make timeless music. Putting it together wasn't hard at all because I have hundreds of unreleased songs. I consider myself the best at what I do. I just I'm not in position yet, but I'm on my way. And this project was created to, like, anybody that make music, what's up? Let's put them on the court. Let's do what need to be done. We bringing the hardware to the Bay. We bringing hardware to the city. We bringing it to the Mo. So, yeah, that's how I feel about the song. That's how I feel about the project. Putting it together was not hard. Again, I have hundreds of unreleased songs. I make music at the highest quality, and I consider myself the best at what I do.
That's tough, man.
For sure.
I love that, man. Are you guys thinking about going on concert soon, or like tour anytime soon? What do you want to do next? This next season, I guess I would say. You know what I mean? Because this shit don't stop. It just goes by seasons. You feel me?
I see a world tour. I see us going global. Honestly, it's a manifestation. Gunna Goes Global is not just like because it sounds good. It's Gunna Goes Global. It's been manifested again. We talked about BET Jams. People been tapping in since it's aired. I see me at the top. I see the team at the top. I see us at the top. I see the region flourishing. And I see me spearheading it. And we got hella talent right now, but you got to have a vision. So I see Therapy in the Ghetto on the continent of Africa. I see it in the UK. I see it taking us to Asia. I see it taking us to South America, all over the US. And that's the goal. Right now, we're not playing for the Mo. We're not playing for the city. We playing for the marbles, the championship. We want the awards. We want the accolades. We want everything that come with it. And that's what I signed up to do. I didn't sign up to be a local celebrity. And shout out to those who did. You know what I'm saying? I signed up to be world renowned. When I'm gone, I want statues of me in the city. I want names, schools named after me, streets and shit like that. So that's what I signed up to do. And Therapy in the Ghetto is the vessel for that. And Therapy in the Ghetto is also the vessel to connect people to the resources on some real shit. There are people out there who are in need, and they may not be knowledgeable. But through therapy in the ghetto and through me linking with nonprofit organizations and people doing the work, I can amplify what they've got going on, and we can bridge the gap. So it's also therapy in the ghetto. It's not just the name of it. I'm really talking about bringing therapy to the ghetto.
Yeah, man. And that's a whole new another thing you got going on, man. Really like influencing lives and things like that, and really bringing therapy to the ghetto. For someone that's never been to San Francisco, 7x7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Very small city compared to other cities, you know, New York and LA, and
Houston
and shit. But with that 7x7, I remember you broke it down to me one time that we got the most hoods.
Projects. We have more projects in San Francisco. We are the most project populated city in California. So I believe it's like 30 million of us here. This city has more projects than any other city. So when you think of neighborhoods, you can start in Oakland, you can go to Compton, you can go to Long Beach, you can go to Richmond, you can go to Inglewood, you can go to Berkeley. These is all residential areas. When you get to LA, you do got some projects. But right here, you got Sunnydale projects, you got Alamany projects, you got Page Street projects, Hayes Valley projects, West Side projects, Turkwood projects, OC. You got Army Street projects, Valencia Garden projects, North Beach projects, Oakdale projects, Harbor projects, West Point projects. I can go on, and I left you out. It's an apology. You got the Banneker homes. You got West Side. These are all projects, bro. When you go to other places, the town got 6-5ville, 6-9ville Acorn projects. Everything else is residential. You feel me? So
and tapping into history, you think these projects were created?
They were created originally for the military. Everybody who migrated here, whose family come from the projects, is from military. And a lot of black folks was told that they was going to be able to move into the projects and then get the money to move into homes. But we all know how that went. So unfortunately, a lot of us was subjugated generationally to the projects because we couldn't get the money that we were promised from the military. And when we were, a lot of people wouldn't even sell homes to black folks. So that's how this shit panned out.
Yeah, man. Tapping back into the album, bro.
Yeah.
The woman you're talking to is your grandmother?
Yeah. Talking about.
Yeah. Those true stories?
Which ones?
Like the ones like that she was breaking down to you, like talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, my grandmother. That's one of my best friends for sure. Rest her soul. Yeah. I would ask her questions about life, and she would tell me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those things I didn't realize. She passed away, April 20th, 2020. But those stories come from throughout my life, and a lot of times when I was in prison, I would reflect on conversations her and I had, and I really did understand what she said as I got older, as I took the time. And when she was talking about, she would tell me the youth is wasted on the young. And sometimes people think the youth is like grade school. No, the youth is, if right now you're in your 30s, the youth to you is going to be the 20s and the teens. But if you talk to somebody in their 60s, they consider the youth people in their 40s and 30s.
Yeah.
And what my grandmother was talking about is people waste time.
Yeah.
The youth is wasted on the young. People don't realize you only get one shot at this thing. You have to live it, and you need to learn not only from your experiences, but most importantly, you got to learn from other people's experiences, bro. If not, this shit gonna get hard for you, and by the time you realize what's going on, it's gonna be too late. Who wants to wake up at 65? Who wants to wake up at 75? You need to wake up now and get on your shit and experience it. I don't care if you say you're going to make donuts, make the best donuts in the world and be around the best donut makers and make people feel like this is the best donut they ever made. If you're going to work at McDonald's, ain't nothing wrong with it. But every time somebody come in here, make sure they leave with a smile. It ain't all about money. Happiness ain't about money. It's about what's inside. You feel me? If you're going to be turned, be turned. Balance this shit out. It can't just all be one side. Like right now, we having a semi-deep conversation or a deep conversation, but the second half of this, we may turn this thing up and go to what we know, but we maybe start talking about slang and shit. But my grandmother, what she was saying is, know what you know and know what you don't know, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So,
How old were you when you went to prison?
I was taken to prison at the age of 25, and that shit was terrible.
How long were you there for?
I was in there for 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Can you speak about it? Can you talk about it now that you're out?
Oh yeah, it was reminiscent of where I grew up at. It was reminiscent of the ghetto.
Yeah.
The schools I went to, same material that these dilapidated public schools is made out of. Same thing for prison. Prison is a replication of where a lot of the people who are being housed there come from. If you from Double Rock and you go to prison, you're gonna be like, oh shit, this look like Double Rock. If you from Potrero Hill, you're gonna be like, damn, this look like the Hill. You feel me? So it wasn't like, oh man, I've never seen anything like this. It was more like, damn, bro, they really set us up and this shit worked.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
A lot of black faces, a lot of brown faces, you dig?
What did they book you for?
I was booked for felon in possession of a firearm. So you can go to prison for a pistol, do the time, quote unquote. But then if you get caught with another pistol, the federal law created a law to where, the charge is felon in possession of a firearm. So in all actuality, you're being penalized for being a felon with a firearm, which makes no sense. So it's a law created to be discerned by the prosecutor. The prosecutor is going to use it at their discernment. The only people in there for felon in possession of firearms is black and brown. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
This shit is 6 months in the state.
You know, I've noticed, and I was really thinking about it. That's crazy. I was really thinking about it. What are most black and brown people locked up for in California?
Drugs and guns.
Drugs and guns. And in other states, guns are legal to carry. They don't really have that problem. California has one of the most highest incarceration rates out of any state, and they claim to be so like progressive and woke and all this shit, but then they're locking people up for firearms that are legal in other states. People wouldn't have to carry around illegal firearms if they could carry legal firearms.
And if I served the time and I did the crime, why can't my rights be restored? Make it make sense. If you're telling me, hey, Mario, we're finna put you in prison for 3 years. When you get out, you've served your time. Why am I putting a criminal background on you? Why am I telling you that you still have to pay taxes, but you can't carry a firearm now?
Or vote or anything.
You have to get it restored. So why send me to prison?
Yeah.
What is the penalty? In all actuality, they want you to serve a life sentence. They want you to serve a life sentence on this shit. So, you know, it's hypocritical. California as a state needs to get it together. We have the opportunity to be the greatest state to ever exist. But the people need more power. And I mean by, well, the people got to better utilize their power, man. Now, I'm not for no child molestation, no rape or nothing like that, serial killers or stuff like that. But make sure that the crime fits the time and make sure that rights can be reinstated. Because this person may have went to jail and has a felony, right? But now they're in an environment that's hostile and they need a firearm to be able to protect themselves if they're approached by somebody who may want to kill them. This is all realistic.
Yeah.
When these people are getting killed, nobody's telling the family, oh, we got you. It's more like, oh, they should have protected themselves. But a lot of these people getting killed are unarmed because they don't want to go back to prison.
Yeah.
So it's like a catch-22. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mistaken identities, all types of shit.
Yeah. It's
You know
some
what I
fake
mean?
shit, blood. It's some fake shit.
I think it's all really hypocritical, man.
Extremely.
All the rappers that have been locked up recently, it was from firearms.
Yeah. To protect themselves.
To protect themselves.
But if they get killed, it's like, oh man, you should have had it on you. So it's like, which one is it?
Yeah, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy.
It is.
Because like just a couple states that way, you could carry a firearm on
Legally.
you. Legally.
And I think in Texas they just passed it where you don't even need a gun license for it and shit like that. So when I talk about, I understand the mass shootings, I understand gun violence, but when you address the root of it, you'll see that the perpetrators and their demographic is not being addressed. And my heart goes out to all the innocent lives who have been taken from mass shootings. When are they going to address the demographic of the people responsible for it? And right now, that's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
They don't look like you and I.
Yeah.
And I understand the crimes in the neighborhoods and shit like that. And that's what therapy in the ghetto it goes back to that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for you to be killing people if you're employed. It's going to be hard for me to be killing people unemployed. Gun violence usually is a direct result of people who are in poverty, or people who are angry, or people who are having issues in middle America. I don't know. I don't come from middle America. I don't know why people pick up guns and go and shoot everybody and kill and massacre people. I can't speak for that demographic, but I know where I come from, usually it's systemic. It comes from something rooted in something that was created for that to happen. When you look at crack being introduced to the neighborhood, after that, man, this shit been up ever since. Prior to that, black folks was living in poverty, and we was able to deal with each other. There wasn't a whole bunch of black-on-black violence. But once you got drug wars, and once you got broken homes and mass incarceration, what you think gonna happen? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So we could go deeper. But, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Did you get shot before prison or after prison?
I got shot when I was like 19, so that was before. I got shot after I got out of the jail. Van got hit up and shit like that. And I didn't even cry about it. It was just like, okay, I'm put an eye patch on. I still got my eye. Just lost vision in my left eye and shit like that. But it's a testament to adversity that I've been able to overcome. So I don't cry about that shit. It come with it. You know, I've been in the streets since I was 13. So you're going to take some losses. Just like you're going to take some wins. You're going to get some W's and some victories. You're going to take some L's for sure. And me wearing an eye patch is definitely one of those L's that, shit, it come with it. Yeah. I know a lot of my partners would trade places with me that's dead to wear an eye patch. Yeah. So that's how I fuck with it.
Off top, bro. Off top, man. Yeah, man. And now, you know, like you said, you were in the street since you were 13. And you're a grown man now, bro. And you got kids and shit. How do you see life like now that you like grown ass man from back then? Is it like crazy to look back on that shit? And
nah, I've always been mature. I never did shit that I regretted. I never participated in things that to me are far-fetched. As an adult, I can articulate why I did what I did as a teenager or 20s or in my 20s and stuff like that. And I don't even shy away from it. None of it was crazy. It was all environmental. If you put me in heaven, I'm going to be godly. If you put me in hell, I'm going to be evil. And if you put me in between, I'm gonna exude both of those things. So I wasn't one of those who went around, I feel like robbing old people, raping women. I didn't do none of that type of shit. So nah, when I look back on it, I look back and say, damn, you are ambitious and you were ambitious, and you for sure have to be blessed to survive what you survived in totality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't have one of those, I got drunk and did this and I got high and I was sober. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was sober throughout the whole journey. You feel me? Yeah. But as a father, I definitely look forward to being able to help those who are going through that. I definitely want to be able to help people who are in those circumstances think their way out of it. And no, it's not no one size fits all, but I know that the more energy you put towards manifestation and being aware of your environment, it heightens the likelihood of you being successful, bro. Or making it out that situation. You have to think. And a lot of my partners weren't aware that we all in this situation right here, right now, right? Innocent or guilty, good or bad. Universal law does not discriminate. If right now somebody comes with 100 rounds and drops them on this beach, none of us are bulletproof. We may survive, we may not. It's the same in the streets, bro. You're in a war-torn environment. Some of the most gifted, precious, beautiful people lose their life in them war-torn environments, bro. And then you can go to some of the safest environments and some of the most wicked people thrive. That's how this shit is. So being aware. What can you change? You can't change an innocent, you can't change being a victim of a crime that you had no involvement in. But if you become conscious, you can change environments where we prevent this shit all the way around the board. We don't drink and drive, bro. We're gonna increase the likelihood of people making it home in their cars drastically. When we're in environments where it is safe and people are doing recreational drugs, there's a likelihood that you're not gonna OD. If you know, hey, bro, don't pop 5 pills. You feel me? Education, information is how we balance out the entertainment. All of this shit got to be done in moderation, though. So when I look back on it, I'll be like, damn, man, I wish a lot of my partners would have lived to see 21, 25, or even 30.
Yeah.
They would have figured this shit out.
They would have figured it out. Yeah. For sure, bro. Your sons, bro, look almost exactly like you.
That's scary. Shout out to my sons.
Yeah, man. I remember the first time I seen your sons.
Yeah.
I'm like,
damn.
Little Gunna, what's up?
For sure.
They knew
For
him.
sure.
Mario, what's up, man?
Off
They hella cool, man. How do you see yourself in your sons? You know, when you like watching them grow up, man. You know, I know they physically look like you, and they're their own beings, and they will be their own men one day. You know what I mean? Like, how do you see yourself as a father? You know,
It's as a father, I do my best to instill information into them. The computers, they got to be programmed, right? And I do my best to teach them integrity, morals, honesty, courage, and other attributes that I feel men should have. You know what I mean? Open the door for your elders. Respect women that respect you. Protect children when you can. Hold your peers accountable. Don't be a scumbag. And only time will tell how much of it they've been able to receive. Because as you said, they're going to go out, they're their own beings. So I won't know until people tell me about their interactions with my sons. But I'm definitely drilling them not to be fuckboys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because whether we realize it or not, everybody is somebody's child. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they raising fuckboys. Clowns, lames. A lot of these people are enabling their children to go out and be pieces of shit in the world.
Yeah.
And we don't have them conversations. I never hear people criticizing their children. I never hear people holding their children accountable. Everybody thinks their child is just this angel and perfect. And when it comes to mine, I love them and I correct them. But I realize out in the world, people aren't dealing with their children probably how I'm dealing with mine.
Yeah.
So I love my children. I see the best in them. I want the best in them, but they got to want the best for themselves. Are they perfect? No, none of us are. Do they have dope-ass attributes? Yeah, they do. Can they go on to change the world for the better? For sure, if they tap into that. But it's going to be based on the decisions that they make. If they listen to the information that I gave them, for sure, they're going to go out here and mob. They're going to bring light to every space they in. But they got to want that for themselves, and they got to make them decisions and shit. You feel me? So I know that got deeper than it probably needed to be, but raise y'all children right. Hold y'all children accountable, especially y'all sons, because a lot of y'all sons out there acting like hoes. They got tendencies that ain't straight. And when I mean straight, I'm not talking about their sexual orientation. I mean straight as in it's not cool. They out here emotional, want to beat on women and shit like that and think that everybody owns something. I'm just seeing that in men now, men and males, that act a hella weak. They need to get that shit together, man, because I'm looking at the women excel globally. I think it's hella dope. But in the presence of a man, a woman should be able to feel safe and protected, bruh.
Yeah.
You feel me? When girls is around boys, they should be feeling safe and protected. Not like a motherfucker finna try to violate them, you know what I'm saying? Not on some predatory type shit.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that, like, a lot of just weird shit going on with males acting like hoes, man. And I don't respect that.
Yeah, man. I feel the same exact way, man.
Yeah.
You know, I got a little guy, and I don't know if you know, man, but I got another one coming on the way.
How many months is she?
She's 4 months.
Congratulations,
Thank
you
you,
did.
thank
I
you.
remember I was talking to you, I was like, man, you gonna build or what, man? You know what I'm saying? We need about 7 of them, you feel me?
I know, man. I need to catch up to you,
Yeah,
man. I
you
need
feel
to
me?
catch
Don't
up.
worry, man. You'll get the money to take care of them, too, so don't even trip off of that.
Yeah, man.
Lead with love.
I got another one coming on
Congratulations.
the way, man. We're going to keep it a surprise.
Okay.
So we ain't going to know until...
That's what I did with
Today,
my
yeah.
third born. We didn't know if it was a boy or if we were gonna have a boy or girl until she came out.
Yeah.
Shout out to my third born.
Yeah. And it's crazy, man. Like, it's cool because I can't really talk to many people about this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not many people I know have kids and shit, so I like to
Yeah.
talk to you about it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And you always got some great insight on
Yeah.
being a father, because you've been a father for a long time.
Since I was 21.
Yeah, man. And, you know, you got girls and boys, and, you know, you definitely see the perspective on that. And I think a lot of people need to hear more about parenting. A lot of people, like you said, like, there's a lot of people, like, just raising fuckboys and shit, and lames and shit, and not being the parents that they need to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Hold your sons accountable. Talk to your daughters. Again, we don't know how anybody's gonna turn out in the end, but just plant them seeds, man. I feel that boys have to be parented up so that they go out into society and are able to provide for their families. And when they're not able to provide for their families financially, they're able to compensate in other spaces. We also got to talk about that balance. Right now, like I see people on social media, is it 50-50? Is it 80-20? Is it 100-0? It all depends on the circumstances. If I'm a millionaire and she's not, I got you. But if we coming from the mud, we got to be able to work together.
yeah,
If we coming from the mud to build an empire, to build a dynasty, to build a kingdom, then we got to be able to work together. And when it comes to these children, there ain't nothing wrong with giving them what you didn't have, but understand that you got to teach them what entitlement is, what hard work is, what accountability is. If not, they gonna go out into society thinking everybody's supposed to give them something, and then when they do receive constructive criticism, they feel like it's an attack on them. You feel me? When you got your children out here playing sports, they gonna lose, they gonna win. Tell them not to be crybabies. All this participation awards, I don't believe in none of that. First, second, and third, or you lost. And what does it feel like to be a loser? Okay, and when you feel like that, hopefully it propels you to be a winner. Right now, everybody out here, oh, everybody's a winner. Everybody's this, that's not how this shit is. In the real world, everybody is not a winner, but everybody can win. You understand me? When you got on the court with Jordan, if you wasn't on his team, he taught you what it felt like to be a loser. You feel me? That's what's going on out here in the world. People have to teach the difference between real and fake, and stop shielding them from everything. You got these kids out here hypersensitive. They fall and, oh, here goes a Band-Aid. Oh, the world has to stop. Get your ass up.
get your ass up.
Get your ass up. That's what I teach my kids. Get your ass up and you better not cry. We mobbing.
Hey,
You feel me?
Yeah.
When my daughters, hey, get up, beautiful. I need you to push through it. You gonna make it. You understand? Because you got to think, in order for us to even be here, them sperms had to, how many sperms was it? It was one that made it. So you already know what you built of, what you made of. You gotta push. Because if you're not making people stronger, you're making them weaker.
Yep.
And a lot of people out there, y'all hella weak. Y'all too sensitive and stuff like that, man, and it's fucking y'all up. Straight up.
Yeah, man.
But we are going to acknowledge people's pain, and we're going to acknowledge that people need to heal. So I don't want y'all to take this part out of context, because context is key. It's a difference between acknowledging somebody's feelings and then understanding that this person is deflecting from accountability.
And it depends on the relationship too, man. You know, all of that. I like how you put that in there. How many sperms? You already won. You know what I mean? Like, think about it like that. Like, how many sperms, right? 10,000, 100,000 sperms, and you're that one sperm that made it. 1 in 100,000 chances of becoming a human. You've already made it here. Let's keep fucking going. Let's keep fucking grinding.
100 million. It might be 100 million sperms.
Might be 100 million sperms. If you guys don't know,
Yeah.
me and Gunna Goes Global, we set it off. We set the standard for this Bay Area slang type shit. Okay? Like,
Pioneers of it, the best to do it. Shout out to everybody who's doing their thing out there. But understand, when we come together, man, it's just something special. And I love to see our culture recorded.
yeah.
Paying homage is essential. I don't care what you do. Always pay homage. Always acknowledge those who you're aware of, because it's only the right thing to do, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when we got together, it was organic. Shout out to Ace. Ace linked me to Mario on set of I can't even remember the video, but we was at the gas stations,
Yeah.
and it been lit ever since. You know what I'm saying? And when every time I've linked with him, it's been organic. I've watched his platforms grow, as he talked about the highs, the lows, and told him, hey, just keep pushing, because your personality is appreciated out here. You know what I'm saying? What you do is appreciated out there. You're going to continue to inspire people. I've been doing my thing, and I realized that you speak life into people. Because there's been times where it's slight doubt. Not that what you're doing isn't dope, but is it being seen by enough people, or is it that, man, keep going, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going, because you get paid to be yourself.
Yeah.
And you inspire other people to do it. Just like when they see us. Like right now, it's some people out there that are going to be like, all right, I'm more receptive to therapy right now. And be more receptive to this Bay Area slang, because food do not slap.
Do not slap, that shit smack. Or it could schmack. If you want to throw the schmacking on there.
Smacking, this shit hitting hard. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We've had a lot of, you know, I was talking about this with AMK.
Okay.
About like, about imitators type shit, man. And we've definitely had a lot of clown shit, imitator shit, man. But you know what's crazy, man? Like through all that, like we still here and they fell off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We still rising, we still thriving. That's how this shit go.
Yeah, it was frustrating in the moment.
Off top.
It was frustrating in the moment because, you know, we were bringing something special to the Bay Area, something special to the people, some special videos, and we were getting a lot of clout, and people definitely recognized that and tried to hijack type shit, but motherfuckers eventually fell off.
Oh yeah, and it's far from over.
Yeah, far from over.
Far from over.
I'm still making videos.
Oh.
It's still, and I think we should do one today after this.
We're
sure
gonna do
too.
it. Hopefully you got a list, man, because you know I'm gonna go crazy with it, man. We're gonna use the background right there. Hopefully you got a list of words, man. We're gonna do Bay Area slang, man, for the culture, and then we're gonna make sure it go viral. And then y'all gonna buy these hoodies, because that's what it's gonna be sponsored by. Yeah.
Bro, that was, I feel like when our videos went viral, that's when you started making the Bay hoodie. And like, bro, did you see any like growth from our videos from selling your hoodies, like on the entrepreneurial side? You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be honest. When the hoodie is tagged, you see an influx. I don't care where it is, and I understand the value of tagging people and tagging things. So visibility, definitely. But did it convert to sales? When it was tagged, it did. And it's just like you right now. Somebody can use your content. Let's just say, I don't know, the Shade Room, like they did.
Yeah.
When they tag you, you for sure are gonna see an influx of likes, views, impressions. But if they don't tag you, it doesn't really convert. So with ours, when other platforms use it, yeah, I see more followers. But did it always convert with the hoodie? No. And that's why we're reintroducing it with a different campaign. We're gonna tag you, and we're gonna tag other people who have used it, because that is how, like, people ask about it. But just like on TikTok, I forgot what platform posted us, but they didn't tag us. So people will see it, and again, I'm answering, I'm gonna continue to reiterate it. Visibility, yeah, everywhere, but without the tag, no. Every time it was tagged, yeah, for sure, immediately. I see immediately people go in there and buy 4 or 5 hoodies, people buy 10 hoodies and stuff like that. Fire. So in the Bay, especially with our culture, just, you know, tagging all creators, and I'm saying it's people who have used your content who haven't tagged you and shit like that, and it'd be kind of weird, because it's like, I see me shining, but at the same time, like, they not tapping in with me because they don't even know where to reach me. So
yeah.
I appreciate every time you tag the Bay hoodie, and I appreciate every time you wore the Bay hoodie. I appreciate you purchasing the Bay hoodie. We actually got a care package for you and stuff like that. I think I tapped in, which I was supposed to tap in with you and like 3 other people. So I'm gonna give you I'm gonna bless you with a care package just to show the appreciation of you organically wearing it. And like I said, purchasing. I didn't purchase your stuff, you didn't purchase my stuff, and never asking for nothing free. That's another thing out there, man. When he got a hoodie, I think I did Apple paid him or something like that, or even linked up with him, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, man, we support each other. You know what I mean? It's like that's how it should be. You know, I buy your stuff, you buy my stuff. Nothing we do, like, shit's not cheap. Shit's, you know, we live in the most expensive city in the world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like, and it's like we could give each other. We could just exchange the hoodies. You know, here I'm giving you my hoodie, you give me my, you know, whatever. Yeah. But I think it's like, it's more than that. It's like it's building business. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just teaching each other to be more business-like. You know,
he gives me the price for this hoodie. I give him the price for the hoodie. In all actuality, we are doing the exchange, but when we exchanging money, it's just it's a different vibe and a different feeling, and people got to get in the habit of doing that, because we go out We don't know who owns any of these gas stations. When we go to get food and stuff like that, it's the same thing, bro. So you'll spend $25 on some food today. You'll spend $20 on gas today. You'll spend $30 with you and somebody that you care about at the movies tomorrow. But you won't spend that same amount of money with somebody that you say you support.
On your homie, you know what I mean?
It's strange, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers would go pay $100 for a dinner. You know what I mean?
And that's on the light side.
When they could have made a sandwich at home for like a couple bucks. You know what I mean?
But
you won't spend $50 on the homie. You know what I mean?
It's very strange. It's very peculiar activities going on.
Like supporting your homies is more than just wearing their clothes. It's supporting your homies, bro. It's buying their products. It's buying their services. It's shouting them out. You feel me? Like, it's more than just putting it on. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So support your local homies. Support your friends, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like anybody out there. Like, if you got a friend, everybody knows. If you live in California, everybody got a side hustle. Everybody knows somebody that got a side hustle. Support your friend's side hustle.
Oh, top.
Yeah, man. For real, man.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, man. You got new colorways coming with the hoodies?
Nah, we're gonna reintroduce it with a higher quality cotton. We've got the shoes.
Really?
Yeah, higher.
We
already high quality.
I mean, that shit's already high quality.
Yeah.
If you guys ever worn one of these,
for sure.
these hoodies, man.
So we're gonna take it to the next level. And with the grace of God, we're just gonna scale up. We definitely got some surprises coming for everybody that I feel will take it to the next level. So shout out to Ace. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole team. 100 million. That's what we own.
Bro, this winter, I want to see the Bay hoodie with the matching sweatpants.
Let's speak it into existence. We will prioritize it. Shout out to everybody who wanted the joggers like last year and stuff like that. We apologize. We wanted to make sure that the hoodies and the sweats or the joggers came from the same manufacturer. And we do business overseas, so it kind of be iffy. We're going to have a surprise coming up, or we're going to have an announcement coming up soon to make sure that fluidity is there, though. We're going to make sure 1,000%. They got to come from the same manufacturer.
Fire, man. And then you guys got shoes coming. You guys got shoes too, bro. What made you want to get into that shoe game, bro?
The silhouette that we use, we felt it was dope, so we put a colorway on it. We're going to work on an original concept, but the shoes the reason why we got into it is just I want to get into everything that has to do with fashion, everything that has to do with clothing.
Is it expensive getting into shoe making? Because like hoodies, anybody could really start a hoodie brand. You don't need a lot of money. Is it kind of like the same way when you're making shoes, or is it a little bit more expensive?
I feel like everything that you do, you got to go in there with a budget.
Yeah.
So if you got 5 bands, you can make 10 or 15. You know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of dead stock shoes sitting at the house because the last 3-4 months we've been focusing on therapy in the ghetto and the music and stuff like that. So now the shoes are gonna become a collector's item. But it's not expensive if you believe in what you've got going on. Yeah. And that goes for everything, bro. Go all in and put yourself in a position to where it's sell this or be broke. And there's a 99% chance you're gonna sell whatever it is you got. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. I've been super motivated to like sell these hoodies and everything, man. Like you for sure motivated me to like get my shit going. I'm like, fuck, bro, Gunna's killing it right now. I was like, I need to fucking get this shit moving. Like I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know anything. I was just like, let's just fucking make shit. I was selling like maybe I sold like 300 hoodies last year. I didn't make any money off of it. I was just trying to just fucking learn how to do it. You know what I mean? But now we got the hoodies. We selling out in 24 hours, bro.
Congratulations on that. Congratulations.
You know what I mean? We just do the pre-orders. We got 60 coming this drop. We're gonna, if you guys want the hoodie, they're coming. And now I throw them on the website, bro, and boom, it's just like promote it, make a cool ass picture.
For sure.
Boom, and then like, dude, they sell out, bro.
I mean, people want to support everything that you've got going on that's tangible. So whatever it is that you create, you've got a dope following, and one day soon you'll be selling 1,000 pieces of clothing immediately. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Create quality, make sure that it aligns with your brand, and be consistent. Yeah. People will wear your shirts, they'll wear your shoes, they'll wear your hoodies, they'll wear the pants. And when this hoodie was created, it wasn't about Gunna Goes Global. It was about the Bay. And that's why I believe it continues to receive so much support, because it has nothing to do with me. I may be the vessel, but it's similar to Mr. Fab and Dope Era.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Fab owns Dope Era, but when I see Dope Era, I really think of a Dope Era.
Yeah.
And support it. Same with Nipsey Hussle, Rest His Soul. When I think of the Marathon Continues, when I think of his clothing, yeah, I know Nipsey Hussle owned it.
Yeah.
When I seen it though, when I seen a Crenshaw shirt, I thought of Crenshaw.
Yeah.
I thought of culture out there in LA. And when I seen his clothing, I thought of LA culture.
Yeah.
And me, I grew up listening to Death Row. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to a lot of artists from LA. So when I seen Nipsey do it, it was bigger than him. And whatever you create, just like Almost Famous, like, yeah, that's yours, but come on, bro, it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Mario, yo, yo, yo. It says what it says.
Yeah.
And with that, it makes it easier for people to support you.
Support you, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, I think, like, every artist should have a brand that doesn't have their name behind it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
You need to detach yourself from your own brand, you know, at times. I mean, especially with clothing and other things like that, you know what I mean? I think it's definitely important. And just always evolving.
Yes.
Always evolving and shit, too, man.
Always mobbing.
We're going to start selling mushroom gummies and shit, too.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing, man.
We seen Burner do it.
It's
Burner
legal.
got cookies. You know what I'm
Burner,
saying?
oops. And I was like, fuck, man, I want to get in that game, too, man.
Why not?
I was trying to sell weed, but then I was just like, it's so saturated now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, back in the day, man, we used to sell
Yeah.
weed and we used to grow weed. Fucking make some cool ass money, but it's so hard to make money off weed now. I mean,
Except if you're a billionaire or a millionaire.
Yeah.
They're thriving.
yeah, thriving.
For sure.
But yeah, man. Hey, Gunna, it was great talking to you, man. Anything else you want to like leave with the people, bro?
100 million records. 100 million media. 100 million productions. That's what we manifesting aggressively. I want to say shout out to everybody that has helped to make this transition. Shout out to Lit Sherm. Shout out to Ramey. Shout out to Harry. Shout out to Ace. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Jesus.
The whole team, man.
Yeah, shout out to the whole team. Shout out to Body, Free Ruger, Free Mackie. Shout out to Easy Money. Shout out to Kringle, Raw Deal. You feel me? Kill. Long list of other people that I rock with. Ream the Dream, Chaz. Everybody just involved in what we doing, and we look forward to y'all looking back on this conversation and understanding what's manifested. We went gold. We went platinum. We got what we deserved. We changed the game.
Changed the game, man. Hell yeah, man. Gunna Goes Global. Therapy in the Ghetto. The Bay Hoodie. Tap in with my boy. We're going to put a link in the comment section below for the hoodies. Tap in, Bay Area. We love you, man. To the moon and back, man.